gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey y'all, it's your girl, Tips Tea Thursday. Yes, I am. Am I in here? Are you on here? Facebook, YouTube, everybody. Let me make sure we in here because we about to get Tips Tea with your girl. Let's see what's going on. Type in the comments. See what's going on. Facebook, are you? Oh, see, I'm on Instagram, but I got to mute. I have to mute. Yes, because I don't want the echo. Let me see over here. Am I Facebook? Facebook, where you at? I see you on Facebook. I see you on Facebook. I see you on Instagram. We up in here ready to get Tips Tea with your girl on Tips Tea Thursday. What y'all sipping tonight? I am still sipping tea. Hold on, let me pour it right now. You can get Tips Tea off of whatever you like because we got some stuff to discuss. All right, in this Tips Tea. Look, I'm not even Tips Tea yet while we here on this Tips Tea Thursday. So holler at your girl. Tell me what you sipping on. Like I said, for myself, I'm pouring it. While y'all rolling in here, I'm pouring my tea. It's just regular Lipton tea like I had because I don't know. I'm not going to say allergy season because I believe that your girl was delivered. Okay. I was delivered from my allergies, but for some reason between here and Houston, I lost my voice. It came back. Ooh, it was a terrible thing. So that's why your girl today is only sipping on regular tea. Let's get Tips Tea with your girl today. Let's just get into it because we have some good stuff going on that we're going to have to talk about. So if you see me look here and look there and look everywhere, it's because I'm trying to see your comments and I'm trying to see what we got going on here. Last time on Tips Tea Thursday, let's go ahead and talk about what we talked about last time while I still have everybody up in here trying to get in. Type in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about what's going on because we're going to get into some hot tea, some cold tea. I'm going to allow y'all to call in and we're going to have special guests. The last Tips Tea Thursday that we had, can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all hear me. All right, good. The last Tips Tea Thursday, we talked about emotional cheating versus physical cheating. Oh, which one was worse? Which one had the most effect? That was the last Tips Tea. And we had people calling in and going in and listen. I was with it. Hey, Chris. Okay, good. Thank you. You can hear me. Like I said, if I'm over here, that's because I got everybody with me. Now, again, last Tips Tea Thursday, we talked about emotional cheating versus physical cheating. We covered the movie 3 that I did. Your girl just did a review on it. The movie 3, where it was about a threesome-ish. Go on YouTube and watch that video. What else did we talk about? Yesterday, Chris, you in the building. Yesterday, we talked about kings and queens. And you know what? I'm going to tell you, Chris gave me a whole new outlook on king and queen. He did. It's speaking life. It's speaking life. So if you walking around here, king and queen, hey king, hey queen, let's speak some life into it. Shout out to my boy Chris. Now, what I want to talk about today though on this Tips Tea Thursday, let's get into this hot tea. Let me sip. Hold on. What y'all sipping in? Oh, look, I'm talking about sipping in, sipping on, and I ain't even sip yet. How y'all feeling this weather? It's been hot. Well, we are starting off with the hot tea today. I want to talk about unlearning parental patterns because that is where it started. Learning parental patterns. Where type in the comment, type in the chat, what was your first model of love? Because listen, it all starts in the home. Yes, the environment changes the way you view relationships, your school, when you go out in the world. That is all true. That is all true. But at some point, it starts in the home. It starts what you see. It's on the TV. When I ask this question, I get a lot of answers like the Huxtables, the Cosby. Those were the ones that you saw. Okay, so I got your parents. Your parents. That's where it started, right? As is my parents as well. I grew up in a 2 loving parent home. But while you guys keep typing in the chat, let's talk about some of these. And I try to be so careful about throwing out words like this generation or, Gen X, the millennials, or back in the day, our parents didn't do that. And then you start throwing out decades. Were they doing this in the 70s? Were they doing it? I don't like to break that down for a number of reasons. I mean, of course, well, I'm not going to say obvious because they might not be that obvious to others, but a number of reasons being, number one, it was a different time. Let that be the biggest one. It was a different time, different resources, different everything. I'm not even going to bring up social media because, yes, but we have to evolve. We have to elevate. I can't tell you. I cannot tell you that I would even want to be in the dinosaur era. I like the social media era. Yes, it has some challenges. Yes, it has some downfalls. So every time that we compare, like, oh, they didn't have this back in the day, and this is why this is no. It's just a different time, a different era, which leads to different mindsets. Which brings us to the hot tea tonight, is the mindset of these new parentals that we have going on. Now, with that, we're going to go into these social media shenanigans, and I hope that it allows me to share my screen because this video right here is the one that blew up and made me want to talk about the parentals. Ooh, all right, y'all. I think we got it going on. Y'all see my screen? I sure hope so. Let me see here. Oh, I think you can. All right. Social media. So look at here. Look at here. Look at here. Y'all. Oh, hold on. I'm trying to show you guys. Remember, it was that one post that blew up. Nope, not my reels. On my, how do I get to my own page? Look, y'all, bear with me. Oh, okay, there's my stories, but that's not what I want to go to. Trying to get to the post that was about the father. And he was, I know y'all remember the post. He was telling his wife, girlfriend, whatever the case may be. Oh, there we go. Whatever. Hold on. Oh, let me turn. El Boogie was in the background. Follow me, y'all. Follow me here because, oh, here we go. Y'all ready? Ooh, I don't know if y'all can hear this. Let me know. Type in the chat if y'all can hear. Oh, it might be muted. Ha!
We're not holding doors open. We're not putting our fucking shirt on the
it was muted, y'all.
bro.
Should I start it over? Hold on. Let me. I'm gonna start it over. All right, running back. Bear with me, y'all. No, you can't hear. Okay, so it was muted. Here we go.
You gotta. Oh no, baby, tell him. Tell them. Bro, listen to what? Hey, Carter, look at me, bro. Look at me, bro. Don't listen to that shit. We're not buying flowers. We're not holding doors open. We're not putting our fucking shirt on the pedal for a fucking rain, bro. For what? What do you teach your daughters? To finesse niggas, bro. Exactly. I'm glad you said that shit to the fucking camera, bro. You're not so. Hold on. Do y'all hear this? Do y'all hear this? Bro, be gentlemen. So that motherfucker finesse y'all that who daughters is who teaching their daughters that. Don't do that, bro. They don't like that. So was your last nigga a gentleman? He was, and I finessed him. Exactly. So don't teach my sons that goofy ass shit, bro. Hey, swear to God, though, you listen to me, bro? You listen to me, bro?
Look at it.
Are you listening to me, bro? Quit playing with me, bro. We're not doing that, bro. Get out the car, man. We straight. Not fucking with that shit.
Woo! Y'all was in here for that one. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. So it was the aggression, guys. Like, not even the aggression of it. Let's talk about it. Let us talk about the social, because we still on the hot tea. Yes, get back to the hot tea. Now, this is what I mean by it starts in the home. We can just assume how old the boy. It does not matter how old the boys were, but they were of age of understanding. They were of age of influence. To have that disco. What do you guys feel about that one? Type in the comments. Tell me, because in the comment, actually, hold on. No, I want to go back because I want to share what some of my followers said in the comments, because again, this is why I brought this one up today. All right, not gonna bring it up. Woo! So Dimple plus Chris said, I feel sorry for her. She needs to go and raise her sons alone until a real man who wishes to provide for her and her sons. It's a difference between gold diggers and women who are wanting a true partnership and wishes to be spoiled by her man because she will do the same for him. What else? Let me see. Then we have here, I have a son. I definitely teach him how to be respectful, and I teach him what to watch for in young ladies that aren't genuine. So that was for a mother. Let's see. And this is from a father. Most young boys will just pay attention how their dad treats their mom. Y'all see that? You see? One more. Oh, this is so ignorant. Toxic parenting, absolutely horrible. But then we go here. Shameful. Showing young boys how to respect others is teaching them to value the opinions of others, the cultures, the differences of others. It's quite simple. You either raise human beings that can respectfully interact with others, or you're raising individuals who will constantly struggle to engage and connect with everyone. Listen, it starts in the parental. It starts in the home. It starts in who is raising. Let me stop sharing that there. Type in the chat. Type in the comments. Because yes, this is why Kenya's keepsake here is I help individuals unlearn and relearn relationship skills, because you have no idea when you meet a person. Yes, the initial attraction. Let's understand this. Opposites attract, people attract, attraction. Attraction is just what it is. It's the initial attraction. That is it. That is all. Magnet, you attract. After the initial attraction, that's when you get down to the nitty and the gritty of everything, when you have to dig through. You have to learn that person, and you have to see if you align. If the environment's aligned, if you guys were raised similar, different, how different? Is the difference detrimental, or are the difference can be experiences? But you don't know. How I was talking to, I was on the podcast yesterday, y'all. Shout out to PTHD podcast. I was on there. Again, go on my YouTube and check it out. And I was telling him this. I said, check it. I am all about somebody inviting me to the family functions early on in the dating stages. I want to see how your family interacts. I want to see the granny. I want to see your mama. We got on mama's boys. We got on that. I talked about it before, because mama's boys, people only look at it one way, but there are so many different types of mama boys in the categories. Be careful what you ask for, ladies, when you sit up there and say, I go by how he treats his mom. and go by how his relationship is with his mom. Again, another topic. But I'm all about the family functions. Take me to the family functions. I want to see the cousins that you listen to. I want to see the uncle that you listen to. I want to see your entire environment early on. For this reason right here, guys, it starts in the home. My daughter's 21. But like I said, those young boys that were in the back seat, you could just tell they didn't even want to hear it. He was like, "You hear me? You hear me?" They was like, "Yes, we hear you." That sounds like that sounds like that wasn't the first time that something like that has come up or something like that. But anyway, starts in the home. I can't imagine my daughter running into his sons. That would be because my daughter wasn't raised that way. In the environment, she was not raised on that. She was definitely not raised to finesse anybody. And she was raised by gentlemen that do buy flowers. That listen, shout out to my brother. Let me tell y'all something about my brother. My entire family, my family, the males in my family are great. But shout out to my brother because my brother would randomly for years, he still does it to this day, random, will buy the women in his family flowers. Randomly. He will be wherever, Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's got some good flowers. Y'all know Trader Joe's shout out to Trader Joe's, got some good flowers. He would randomly buy, and he would deliver them. Me, my daughter, my grandma, my mom, whoever he was dating at the time. He was not raised to not do that. He wasn't raised like that. And I'm pretty sure, and I'll have my brother on here one day, I'm pretty sure that if you ask my brother, like, did he feel, now again, yes, this is family, but again, he did it for the women that he was, dating at the time, whoever he was dating at the time as well. And he never felt finessed. He never felt finessed or anything like that. Fellas, so in the house, guys, type in the comments, type in the chat. How did you feel about that one? Because I have another one. And say we're gonna have a special guest popping in about 10 minutes. But I am also right here, since we are on a hot tea. Guess what? I'm gonna open up the phone lines. I'm going to open up the phone lines for anyone that wants to call in. Look, it's not video, so you don't have to pop in. No one's gonna, this is going to be strictly your voice. So the phone number is down at the bottom. Oh, here we go. You see it scrolling. Ooh. Call in if you have some stuff to discuss. So phone lines on there. I'm gonna just keep it rolling because I have one more social media shenanigan on here before we get into this one. And this one took me. So let me get him off of here. But then following that, following that, this one.
That single moms can raise sons on their own. No, that's impossible. You can only show them how to be a good woman. Men that our mothers are telling us to be don't even exist in her bed.
This how you know, because I just realized I didn't even share my screen while I'm sitting up here enjoying this myself. Hold on, let's go back. Let me go back because I might need to share my screen for that one. Duh. Look, Tipsy Thursday. It's nothing in my tea, but you would think that it was. All right, don't go nowhere. Again, phone lines are open. Call in. There we are. I'm going to start it over.
Another controversial topic is that single moms can raise sons on their own. No, that's impossible. You can only show them how to be a good woman. Men that our mothers are telling us to be don't even exist in her bed.
Oh, pause. I forgot I could pause. He said the men that our mothers are telling us to be don't even exist in their bed. I'm gonna push play. He getting
Our
tipsy.
mothers are telling us to be the kind of man she can't even attract into the house.
I'm gonna keep going.
So how can she guide me to be a man when she don't even have a man? She don't even know a man. Her daddy was fucked up. Her brother was fucked up. My daddy was fucked up. She had a baby by my sister. How can she tell me what kind of man to be? She ain't, mama, you ain't got a man. Or, hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man. But the man you got, look what kind of man you got, mama. How you gonna shape us boys to be this kind of man that don't even exist but nowhere in your head?
Oh, he said, the man don't even exist nowhere in your head. Oh, nowhere but in your head. That's what he said. The man that you're trying to make him be don't even exist but nowhere in your head. So he's basically saying it's not in your face, not in your past, not in your present, and it don't look like it's in your future, but you're trying to make it to your son into your future. That, yes, it has been a controversial topic about men raising men. And that's not what we're talking about today because it could go deep. We already got into it. The point goes back to, we stand on the hot tea, is the fact that it starts in the home. It starts in the home. Now, let me see. Let's go through the. So is he suggesting women kill their boys if it's no father in the house? Like, I get it, but now, okay, what? And then, yes, this comment highlighted that she can't even keep inside the house, that part. Let me stop sharing my screen now. Let me get back to y'all. Type in the comments, type in the chat. Let me know how y'all feeling about this because, again, it starts where? In the home. Now, I was saying this yesterday on the podcast that I was on. Everything is figure outable. It might take time. It's going to take some tools. It's going to take some work, but everything is figure outable and everything can be unlearned and relearned, which is why your girl is here. Just because it started in the house does not mean that there are not resources and tools out there. So that takes me to things y'all need to stop saying. All right, that's my segment here because you know your girl, I'm so done with the oversaturated words and everything else. So your girl right here, hold on. Because, this one right here, duh, it goes with the topic. That's just how I was raised. Things y'all need to stop saying. That's just used to justify unhealthy behaviors that you learned from your home, from your environment, where it started. That's not okay. It's not acceptable. Because again, you meet someone else and they say the same thing. Where are we? I was raised in this environment. You were raised in this environment. So both of us are in that power struggle stage, which is the second stage of a relationship. There's 5 of them. Your girl teaches that. That's something else, but that is a lesson I teach, the 5 stages of a relationship. But when you're in that power struggle stage, you were raised this way, you were raised this way. You say, what's the phrase? That's just how I was raised. He said, that's just how I was raised. Where are we? And now what? Let's throw it out the window. Think of other phrases. Or call your girl, 30 minutes free. Call your girl, unlearn, relearn. But think of other phrases. I came up with a few. I was raised this way, but I'm working on improving myself. Something like that. I was raised this way, but I'm open to learning and growing. If this is not working for me, if something isn't working, that's when you should be open to growing. I'm learning new ways to handle relationships better. That's a good one. Yes, like I said, type in the comment. Yes. So if you know better, you do better. If you see something doesn't work, work on it. Come on, Big D. Yes, exactly. If it's not working for you, there are some folks that will sit there and do the same things over and over and over again, and it's not working for them, but they're trying to make it work for them. So many people try to make things work for them. It's so disturbing to see that people don't understand that they are suffering. But people do not understand that they are suffering, because unfortunately there are people that thrive in suffrage, and that is something totally different. We're not gonna get into that one. Unlearning and relearning, guys. You have to be open. I could talk all day. I can have mixers. I can push. I can pull 5-day challenges. But if you are not self-aware, or if you're not open to be self-aware, you will get stuck in the environment that you were raised in. Only again, if it's not working for you. I am not saying, look, listen, disclaimer here. When your girl is always talking about something, there's this group here, right, which is a small percentage, that we're not going to touch on. We're talking to the masses, or we're talking about certain areas of people's life. So I'm not saying everybody grew up in a trash environment. That is not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that where you did and how you did grow up, it can definitely affect you. And it doesn't have to be anything massive or traumatic. It can be a communication style. Some people grow up in households where there's yelling going on, where there's avoidance going on. And that is something that, if you run into someone who grew up with the collaborative conflict resolution style, or with the manipulative style. Like, you see where I'm going with this? So that is why you have to be open to understand if something isn't working for you, if your communication style has not gotten you far from here, then it is time to look for some tools, for some other tools. Self-awareness is extremely important, guys. So things we're going to stop saying is what? We're almost at 8 o'clock hour. I am hoping that this works. This is my first time having a guest in here, y'all. So I'm hoping he's either going to pop in on the screen or pop in on the phone. But things y'all need to stop saying. That's just how I was raised. We're going to swap that out with what? I was raised this way, but I'm working on improving myself. I was raised this way, but I am open. But I was raised this way, but I see that it has not been working for me lately. So I am open to some improvements. What was my other one? I am learning. Hold on. I'm learning new ways to handle relationships better. And you can say that when you recognize that the relationships has not been working for you. You feel me, guys? All right. It is the 8 o'clock hour. Let's get this out of here. This is time for the guests, but phone lines are open. Let me see. Are we tipsy yet? How are y'all feeling about this? Comment, chat. Let me know why we have somebody in here, because talk to me, I'll talk back, but sometimes I want to talk to other people too. Let me see. It looks like, hold on. I don't even know. I don't think nobody in here. Oh, nope. Nobody's in here. Anyway, while we are in here, let's see. We have other segments right now. I'm trying to see if y'all tipsy with me. Yeah, we 30 minutes in this thing. Y'all should be pretty tipsy. Your girl is a lightweight. She would have been tipsy in the first 5 minutes. I don't know where we would be in this segment. We have other stuff to talk about, though, while I'm waiting for a guest to come in. After that, we're going to dissect lyrics. All right, let me tell y'all. The last Tipsy Thursday, let me tell you, I'm going to have to do it different because YouTube they muted me. And where you at? I got either click the link that I sent you or call in the phone number. That's how we going to get on this thing. Let me see. I want to make sure. I took off Do Not Disturb. I'm waiting for you. Pop in here. Pop in here. After my man pop in, we're going to dissect some lyrics because the last time we were on here on Tips Tea Thursday, we were talking about dating with intentions. I want to bring that one back, actually, the dating with intention one, because there's good intentions and there's bad intentions. Why everybody want to run around talking about they dating with intentions? What are your intentions? That's not what we're talking about tonight, though. Go back. That was last week. Oh, I think we got a phone call. Yo, it's Tips Tea Thursday with your girl.
Yo.
Yo, we in this thing trying to get you on screen, but you are on the mic. Are you muted?
I was trying to link in.
Yes.
The link in.
Ooh.
I didn't see the link in.
It didn't work. I texted you. I texted it to you.
Oh, no.
Try it one more. The second one. If not, let me see. But we got you on.
Okay, hold on. You said the second one. There we go.
Yes, the second one. It should pop you in, y'all. We trying to get this guest up in here and get Tips Tea with your girl. Let me sip while we get in here. Just like I was saying while we waiting on there, we dissected the song If You Love Me. Y'all remember that song? If you love me, say it. I tried to play it. YouTube. Yes, YouTube shut me down. YouTube shut me down.
No, say it ain't.
So I said I can't play the song for y'all no more. I just got to go ahead and read the lyrics for y'all. Are you trying to come in or should we just dive into it?
I was trying to come in.
Mm-hmm. Bring it in. Yeah, this is a different platform. If it was, like a Zoom or something, you could just jump in.
Oh, it says end the call.
Oh, are you trying to do it on your phone as well?
Yeah.
Well, let me give
it the good heat up.
We're gonna hit the call.
Right back.
Yeah, so we did If You Love Me, and I'm just gonna bring it back because I think I want to do that one again. If you think about the lyrics to that song, they were dating with intentions. I know that it's about the hook. If you love me, say. But did y'all really think about it? So the first lyric, she come in and she says, "I don't wanna rain on this parade." That's not the part about intention, but she was basically saying, like, wait. Oh, this was my favorite part. She said, now, see, I be trying. Oh, we came in while I was really about to sit up there and start singing for you. Get it. Hey, my first guest on Tips Tea Thursday. I'm way
roofing everything. So I'm roofing everything, representing.
Listen, y'all. Bringing to Tips Tea Thursday is Mr. Keepsake himself. Not because he my man, because he my best friend. Okay. Yeah, but who else would be my first guest on Tips Tea Thursday? Then the one who has started with me in the first place. Go ahead.
Oh, it's been a man. It's been a man. But we started off on the I forget what that thing is called.
What, MySpace?
No, not the couch. It was the chase.
Oh my goodness.
Come talk to me on the chase.
Yes. Oh, those are some good times. And then, y'all, let me tell you, since Mr. Keepsake is in the building, my pictures used to be called Kenya's Catch and Keep, right?
Yes.
Because people were, I'd be like, hey, why y'all haven't been in my mixes? They'd be like, oh, because, I'm not trying to catch nothing. And I'm like, what?
Not trying to catch.
They thought, I don't know what they thought there was some matchmaking, catching. I don't know what they thought it was. So I had to change them to keepsake mixers because y'all thought y'all. But I missed the catching keeps. That was like y'all coming to Kenya's catching keeps. I might bring that back.
Catching keeps was on. Those was on. They was fire.
Yeah. But anyway, welcome getting tips tea with your girl. You can't get tips tea because you driving. I'm gonna sip my tea
over here.
Nope. So let's get right into it. Since were you in earlier? Did you catch the first part of it to see what we were talking about?
No, I did not.
Well, let me tell you what the hot tea was. So the hot tea, and I know you can go ahead and jump in because you followed your girl. The hot tea, we're talking about parental influences on relationships.
Yes.
And the reason that came about was because of two videos that I posted the other day. Do you remember when the guy and the girl was in the car, like yourself right now?
Uh-huh.
And they had the sons, and he was telling them, "Don't teach my sons this." Do you remember that one?
I do remember that. Yes.
Yes. Should I play it, or if you remember it so well that you could just dive in on what you felt, because he was aggressive. He was angry.
I could definitely dive in.
He said, "Don't teach my sons to buy them no flowers." He said, "Don't teach my sons to open the door." Like, what? Go ahead while I sip.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, I think that it was the contrast of the education or the teaching that was happening before our very eyes. Was you're teaching my sons how to treat a lady and court a lady and, basically do nice things. All the while you're teaching your daughter how to get over on men and necessarily come up on men. So I think that's where the aggression came from. Was why are you teaching my sons how to treat a lady, but you're not teaching your daughter how to treat a man the correct way? That is
right.
And so I can definitely dig it, from that perspective. Now, I do think that there is a potential lack in the education or the teaching, especially coming from a single parent home. I came from that myself. My mother really was big on, me having the understanding of how to treat a woman, how to, continuously court a woman the right way. But then I saw how she was doing men. I grew up seeing how she was doing, unfortunately, it was a contrast. It was a contrast. So I think that that's where a lot of the aggression was coming from. Was, if you're going to teach the men that are coming up how to properly court and treat a woman, then you should be doing the same for the daughters that are out there, not necessarily teaching them how to get over.
Okay, I feel that. I receive that. I don't necessarily agree with it because it seems it's just a bit tit for tat. So I get that message, but like you were saying, it's the delivery, and I need you to give more, meaning that tell them specifically to these type of women, right? Tell them that these are the type of women that you do not buy the flowers for. The ones that are trying to finesse you, don't buy the flowers for them. Don't do that for them. Instead of saying, "Hey, don't teach my son to buy flowers for girls. Don't teach them to be gentlemen. Don't do that." That is how it was perceived there. And it's, again, it seems as it's a tit for tat, because it's like, they're mean, so you be mean too. So at what point, because as you know, children are impressionable. So here's my concern, is that it's more difficult for children to turn it on and off, right? You're telling the little boys, "Don't do this, don't do that," and with so much aggression. But then if they find a girl, right, little Sally over there, and she's not the finessing, it's going to be hard for that little boy to now switch it off and be like, I think this is the type of girl that I could buy flowers for. Do you see where I'm going with that?
I totally understand that, and that comes from um, the mentality that a lot of men have adopted, is that
Mm,
they have to prove themselves to women.
mm,
They have to prove that they're worthy of their time. They have to prove that they're worthy of their attention. They have to
mm,
prove themselves.
mm-hmm,
So, in that same understanding, from this same video that we are referencing,
mm-hmm,
you
mm-hmm,
know, if this gentleman is upset and saying, nah,
mm-hmm.
you're not supposed to be buying flowers and doing all this stuff or what have you,
Right.
there's going to be a girl, a woman, that is
Mm-hmm,
going to prove herself worthy of that.
mm-hmm,
Therefore, unfortunately, the teaching is to weed through the bad women.
mm-hmm,
You don't
mm-hmm.
want to always be buying flowers, always be, whatever it is, opening doors,
Right.
pulling back chairs or what have you, until there's one that proves that she's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the unspoken understanding,
Mm-hmm.
in that message.
Yes. Right. But again, it's just so difficult when you're talking to children because they don't receive it that way, you
Not
know?
at all. You're
And,
correct.
oh, great example. And it's us as parents, we don't elaborate, and like you said, we don't break things down. How many type in the comments, type in the chat, how many times have you heard your parent or a parent say, don't lie? Like, don't lie, right? Don't lie. But then, right, it'll be one day where your grandma called and your mama don't want to talk to him, and you be like, tell her I ain't here.
That's right. Tell her
You
I'm
want me
gone.
you want me to lie?
Hmm.
Because she told me not to lie.
Right.
What as parents, what we don't do is say, don't lie to me.
That's right. Don't lie to me.
Don't
Situational.
exactly. So again, it's the influence to where I fear, and that the problem with this dialogue and like that with the parent in this particular video is that the little boys won't register that. I mean, think of yourself as a, I was trying to think, I mean, it doesn't matter what age they were, but I'm saying they were 10, 6, 12.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
yeah. It was like five of them back there. Yeah.
yeah, for real, right?
Right. Right. You got to start in five.
Think about how you were at that age. And if Papa Copeland, if
Yes.
he came at you, had that
Yeah.
conversation with you, Jason, Mark, it was five of y'all back there.
Yeah. That's right. All five was back there. Starting five. Go ahead.
How would y'all register that?
So the interesting thing about it is having those types of conversations um, actually are beneficial
Mm-hmm.
to a lot of the men, the boys that are growing up, and then it's deciphered amongst each other, the
Mm,
breakdown.
okay,
So what happens with men, i.e. barbershop talk,
okay.
is you put that on the table. Oh man, I was in the car with my dad, and my dad said don't do this and don't do that and don't do this, don't do this. All five of my boys was there too. How
Mm-hmm.
did you receive it? Or how did you receive it? How did you receive it? That's where the breakdown comes, because then we all get a chance to talk amongst each other as to
Mm-hmm.
how we received it differently, you know.
Okay.
But that's part of, i.e. the game. I don't know if my fellas is gonna come for me right now,
I'm
but
looking at the chat.
that's the game. Barbershop talk is real.
Okay.
Barbershop talk is real. All that type of stuff ends up on the table at the
Mm-hmm.
barbershop. So that it's one of those things where you get a lot of men, yeah, that would prefer to have you all the way on the left side,
Okay.
and then have a woman that shows that she's worth being on the right side, as opposed, and here's the caveat with that,
Mm.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
is unfortunately, if you're teaching a young man to always give flowers, always pull back a chair, always open a door, always, always, always.
Okay.
There's this small caveat where when there are certain women, let's say a certain percentage of women, when they find out that this is just what you do this all the time. Oh, so I'm not special. This is what you do to all the girls you take out. This is what you do. Oh, so everybody get flowers? Everybody get this treatment? Oh, so I'm not special. So now, as a man, you almost damned if you do or you damned if you don't. So that's the caveat to it. You see what I'm saying? So it doesn't necessarily get received well because, yeah, if I buy, 12 dozen roses and I'm handing them out to 12 different women, they gonna look at it like, well, how I know I'm special? Because she got a dozen, she got a dozen, she got a dozen. You see what I'm saying? So that's the pivot to that. That's the caveat. The downfall to it is if I grow up understanding that this is how I treat a woman, no matter which woman I'm interested in, now it's not special. Now it's something that doesn't hold a lot of weight because, oh, this is just what you do.
Yes. And you ain't lying. I'm not gonna sit up here and tell you women not gonna do. You ain't lying. That's what they do.
We talking about it.
Yeah, that's what they do. I'm here. Oh, hold on. We got a comment. 10 out of 10 boys are taught do those things for females, but how many would y'all say of 10 are taught how to treat a man? Obviously, we all on the same page.
We on the same page, right?
Obviously, we all on the same page,
right?
I feel that, because I was on a podcast yesterday. Y'all go check it out. It was supposed to be, I don't even know if it was supposed to be 30 minutes or an hour, but it almost hit 2 hours. And he opens the question up. And for you guys that saw it, thank you. If not, tune in. It's on YouTube. The first question he asked me was, do women really care about men? Right? Right?
I mean, I should be able to say yes right off the rip.
Okay.
But that garners a
I didn't even say yes right off the rip.
While we are trying to teach a generation of men or young men to care about women, are we also doing the same thing on the other side of that gender scale to teach the women how to care for men?
Right.
But again, I double back is, a lot of times the women are being kind of taught, no, you wait for a man to prove himself. You wait for him to show and prove. You don't do these things and you don't act these ways until that one special man proves himself. Right. And then the teaching on the other side is, oh, you need to treat all women this way. All women should get great treatment and be respectful and, be this way towards, the woman or women that you're interested in or what have you. So it does end up being, a bit of a difference in the teaching.
Ooh, it's hot. It's hot back here. It is hot. I also said too, we're in a space where the right people, and I'm using right loosely, aren't meeting the right people because they're lazy. So I gave this analogy. Say there's 4 lines, right? 4 lines of people, like they waiting for the ATM. So you got a right line, wrong line, right line. You feel me?
Okay, got it.
Problem is wrong and right will get together. Right and wrong will get together. Because right doesn't want to walk around over here to come over to the right.
Not at all. You're right.
Because it's easier just to come right here.
Where it's wrong.
To you, where it's wrong.
You
don't want to do the work to march. So
the heavy lifting.
You don't want to do it.
The heavy lifting. And that's also, part of the barbershop talk, is, a lot of young men speak on that, and they say, you want communication in a situation or in a dating situation, but there's a lot of assumptions that go on. It's assumptions and borderline accusations that happen that need communication in order to work it out. And you do get a certain percentage of the women comfortable with accusation or assumption, and then decide to move on instead of having communication in order to work out whatever that misunderstanding is. That's just the barbershop talk, though.
Let
That's
me
the
tell you
barbershop talk.
something. I heard somebody say this, and I'm going to elaborate on it, and I'm going to live by it. I don't know his name. I'm going to give him, I don't know. He said people would rather change partners than change themselves.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's so true. That is so true.
What? Because the moment that somebody challenges you, the moment that somebody that you would rather leave, you rather change partners than change yourself.
Then change yourself.
Come on now.
Yes.
Now, one more thing before we get you up out of here, because I know you are on the road. I want to do
Don't worry. Daddy duties. All the dads out there. Daddy duties.
Daddy duties. That's what we're talking about right now. Daddy duties.
We still out here. All good dads stand up. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Stand up. No problem. So I want to dissect these lyrics for you. Okay. Now, I dissect a song. I pick it, but I think this one was very, very fitting. I got somebody over here that said, that's a fact. He's right. That's a fact. So the song, and again, YouTube shut me down when I tried to play the song, but that's all right, because we just might have to sing it. But I want to put the lyrics on the screen, and you notice, so you don't have to. You driving, you don't have to work, but I'm gonna sing it for you.
Listen.
Teach Me by Music.
Oh, yeah. We all the way in.
Let's dissect the lyrics, and since I have you on the line, because this was written by a man.
Yes.
And you are indeed a man, and I have a few men here. Shout out to y'all that are in here and chiming in. I love.
Come on, man. Represent. Come on, man.
Now, he starts off. I was told the true definition of a man was to never cry. Go ahead. He just went in. He
went right in.
Talk about it.
I was taught the true definition of a man was to never cry. See, we touched on this, of course, in the keepsake. See, society teaches young boys to be quiet. You don't get a chance to speak your feelings. You don't get a chance to say, "Oh, ouch, that hurts," or, this person did this, this person did that. Although we do teach women, when a woman is crying, a little girl is crying, to tell us about it. Yes. Tell us who did it. Point them out. So I think that goes all the way back to that first opening lyric. He went right to it.
Went right to it.
A true definition of a man is to never cry.
So then he don't stop there. He said, work till you tired. Yeah, got to provide. But then always be the rock for my fam. Protect them by all means. Is this what y'all are taught?
That's what we're taught.
And give them the things that you need, baby.
That's right. Baby.
Speak on it.
Now, not only are those the things that you are taught, these are the things that most of the time, I'm gonna just step out there. I'm gonna say most of the time, more than 50% of the time, these questions are being asked on the first date. On the first date, are you a good provider? How did you end your last relationship? Because I want to know, how did you exit your last situation? Because what you should have been taught was ...
Okay. All right. Is that good or bad before we move on? I mean, that type of conversation, is that, Are we saying that's good or bad or that's holla? Because we're gonna get back to these lyrics, but I don't want to leave this because we're still, as you see in the keepsake, still trying to figure out what's good first date chat. Like, is that stepping boundary? Is that, how do you feel about that?
Well, I don't think that it is stepping boundary.
Mm-hmm.
I just think
Oh,
that it
it's
concurs with the song.
right.
It kind of shows that, you know, I need to make sure that you were taught these things. I need to make sure that this is your frame of mind, because this is what I was taught a man should be. So let's make sure you're this man off rip. That's all I'm pointing out. I don't, you know, good or bad depends on the situation. But
okay, makes sense. But the point is the fact that it's being brought up in the first place is like, wow. And then I got over here, my boy KG says that song is so real. That's what we're taught. That's why I said 10 out of 10. Oh yeah.
Come on, KG.
Let's go back to it. And then he furthers, let her know our relationship is suffering, trying to give you what I never had. So
we're touching on that.
Yes, I saw a clip earlier, and the guy said, I can only, what did he say? He said, I can only love at the capacity that my father, no. He said, my father raised me to the capacity that he knew how.
That's right.
Or that he had capacity, whatever. Y'all see where I'm going with this. He said his father raised him to the capacity that he had or knew how. And then he went on to say that his grandfather passed away when his dad was 9. So that was the capacity that his father had. He said, but my father went on a little bit more till I was at least 11. So it's about capacity. So that's why he says, trying to give you what I never had. Speak on it.
Yes, what I never had. And I mean, in so many levels, you know, but I piggyback off of that because, you know, definitely we come from a understanding, I should say, a lineage, I should say, of the father actually working, being the breadwinner and the mother being at home. So you're already talking about your father not necessarily being there, even if you're in a good situation. Not to mention the unfortunate situations of passing away, because again, on the average, women live longer than men.
Right.
On the average. And then, of course, unfortunately, we get to the breakup, the split up, where the man is not around due to the breakup and or split up or divorce, and feelings get involved. And then we have multiple reasons why the dad isn't around when he gets to that point. But that's going to be a whole nother rabbit hole.
Right.
You know, but I do agree with that line, you know, trying to give you what I never had. Therefore, we're asking for grace in that line. We're asking for grace, like, work with me. I've never had these things taught to me or given to me, and I'm struggling trying to give it to you in a full capacity as you're speaking on. So where is my grace? Because again, we only get to about 18, 19. What are our feelings in a relationship? What are we really feeling?
Right.
So therefore, we haven't had enough practice, enough experience, you know, to understand what we're feeling, let alone put words to it and verbalize it. So that's that line being broken down right there. Is where's my grace? You know, can I get some rope here? Because I'm trying.
So KG over here, he went.
Come on, KG.
Transactional talk, and what the song is saying. Then he's saying whatever you saying is facts. He faxing with whatever you saying.
Let's go,
so that
KG.
Goes back to next line. You say I don't know how to love you, babe. Well, I say show me the way. That's that grace you're talking about. That's that grace.
Right.
Then
that's
he
that
said,
grace.
I keep my feelings deep inside. I shadow them with my pride. Let's talk about pride.
Mm. I mean, well, we feel it's pride, but of course it comes off as ego.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where we are already at a misunderstanding in the communication of our feelings.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You know, so we again that's why that line again is powerful as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because pride is different than ego.
Woo. Yes.
Definitely. If you are in a situation and a woman hurts your pride,
Mm.
she's hurting what you have already built, your
Mm.
reputation.
Okay.
Okay? If a
Okay.
woman hurts your ego, she's
Okay.
hurting what you think you are.
Oh,
She's hurting the thought
nah.
of you being a man or whatever your thought process is. So those are two different things. So
And
if a man says that you hurt my pride,
mm,
that means you're hurting what I'm standing on, what I've
mm-hmm,
already built, what I've already shown you.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Now
That's
that
why
ego.
that's why that wording is deep right there by that brother.
Yes, come on. And I am glad that you broke that down. I might have to do a lesson session video because a lot of people do the thing. They put those together: pride and ego, pride and ego, pride and ego. They say it like it's one word: pride and ego, pride and ego. Like, no, you have to separate it, and you have to understand what the difference is. Oh,
Of
come on.
course. Yes.
Now let's get through this course, and then we're gonna go ahead because after this, we got movie time, y'all. We get into this movie.
Movie time.
But then he goes, so this is where you're talking about where he's saying, I'm trying desperately, baby, just work with me. And then KG said that's what D was talking about, patience. Yes, again, in the podcast that I was on, he said he needs a woman with patience.
Yes.
That's what he said. So then we
Yes.
say, teach me how to, because I'm going to go through the course and then I got a question that's going to wrap this up. He says, teach me how to love. Show me the way to surrender my heart. Girl, I'm so lost. I can sing the whole song. But what I
Hmm.
want to ask, because then I'm sure the second verse, it goes into it too. So my question is, at what point does a man get to this, to where he's expressing this? Because a man, they can hold this in, they can feel like they don't need any guidance, they can hold this in forever. When or what would make a man get to this point where he is coming to his woman like, look, teach me, I'm lost, let my girls know?
That's a good question, right? Again,
Mm-hmm.
it comes from that origin of grace. See, when a woman shows you grace,
Mm-hmm.
it opens you up to have that moment. And
Yes. Okay.
so I don't think that a lot of women understand that they do have control over getting to that moment expeditiously. Come on, Ti. Like what
Come
I'm saying
on.
is, you know,
Ah.
if you the quicker you show me grace in the situation, the quicker I can get to that position where I can say, teach me.
Mm.
Let me feel secure and comfortable. Now, all things given, if boy A and girl B are both, of good heart, good intentions,
Mm-hmm.
no tricks, no sticks, all that stuff, then
Mm-hmm.
that's what we're speaking on. Okay.
Mm. Okay.
Now I get it. I get it. Some people out here still, tricks are for kids. We're not
Yeah.
talking about that. We're just
Mm-mm.
talking about if you got a stand up man,
Yes.
and he is showing and proving, whether it be a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it may be, he deserves some grace. The moment the woman shows grace and
Mm-hmm.
understands you're not perfect, you weren't necessarily taught this way, that
Mm-hmm.
opens the door to that. That's the gatekeeper.
Okay.
Now, that's
Lady.
just the honest answer. Now, don't ain't nobody saying be dumb out in these streets and be stupid and
Right.
give the wrong guy grace. No, we're
Mm-hmm.
not talking about that.
Mm-mm.
We're
Mm-mm.
talking about the man that's showing up on time, that's taking you out, that's showing the proper interest, that has,
Show
good
me.
intentions.
Showing being the operative word, everybody.
Yes.
Showing. Because that's a
Yes.
whole nother talking versus showing. That's something else. But
Correct.
I want to leave with this. I knew I said I was going to leave with this question, but no, I want to leave on this question, right? Not even a question. It's a statement that I heard from another podcast. Look, these podcasters are podcasting, okay? I was
They
listening
out here.
to another one yesterday, and he said, if you play in the courtship, you get played in the relationship.
Mm, 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 I like that.
What?
I like
He
that.
said, if you play in the courtship, you get played in the relationship.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, your foundation is important. You know,
Foundation. That's a word that we don't use enough. I love that
yeah,
word about
that
team.
that is important. I'll give you a 10-second testimony.
Let's go.
On my first date in my relationship, I let her know I'm not playing with you.
Mm.
I'm going to respect this period of courtship. I told that out. I said that out loud.
Mm-hmm.
So it was. I agree with that statement.
Mm-hmm. Listen, that was real talk. That was real talk reflections, and it is time to sober up right now because I gotta get ready to probably get back turned up because this movie we watching on Tubi Thursdays is called 10 Toes Down. I don't
Come
even know.
on, to be Thursdays.
Mr. Keepsake, not because you're my man,
Yes,
you're my best friend. I
yes.
appreciate you for coming in here and being my first guest because who else, right?
You
Thank
had to
you.
bless it. Had to bless it. Everyone else now that comes on has to at least match the energy or exceed.
You hear him, and it's from Mr. Keepsake himself. All right.
Yes.
All right. You be safe. Text me when you get home. I think I can remove you so we can hang up. Tell the babies I said hi,
Show will.
and I will talk to
All
you
right.
later.
All
Bye
right.
bye.
Good night. All right.
Oh my goodness, y'all. What it do? Unk in the building. Look. Ah, Tips Tea Thursday. All right, look. Y'all were in the building. I was in the building. Comments. Y'all kept it going. Thank y'all for this Tips Tea Thursday. Let's sober up and have these real talk reflections. Let's reflect on it. Woo! It starts in the home. It starts in the home. Your girl is here to help you unlearn and relearn relationship skills because it doesn't matter. I grew up in a two-parent home, a loving two-parent home. That does not mean that I have the cheat code. I definitely do not. Why? Because I could run into someone that grew up in a totally different environment and we will what? Clash in that power struggle stage. 5 stages of relationship. Tap in with your girl if you want to know about them. Follow me right after we hang up here. We are doing Tubi Thursdays, and it's not always a Tubi movie, but tonight it is one. And then I do the review. So follow me again. Reflections. It starts in the home. We are going to stop saying that's just how I was raised because it doesn't matter. Everything is figured out about, everything can be unlearned and relearned. So we're going to replace that with what? I was raised this way, but I'm working on improving myself. Or I was raised this way. It hasn't been working for me up until now. So I am willing to be open and see how I could build better relationships for me. Stop saying that's just how I was raised. We dissected music soul child's teach me. We had Mr. Keepsake on here. Listen, if you want to come on here next Tipsy Thursday, tap in with your girl. All right. Sober up, real talk reflections. And I will see you next Thursday. Come get Tips Tea with me. All right, y'all. See y'all later.